How's it trying to reconnect and we just started? Like, come on, it's just doing like anything. Hey, y'all, hey. I am really feeling it right now. These last couple rides. I'm like, oh my gosh, what has happened to me? I feel so like out of sorts, I guess. Like a newbie or something. Like I need to get my legs back or something. I don't know what's going on right now. Like, look at my forehead. That's one thing. That's why I had to wear my kazoo helmet, the bigger one, because I don't know, like when I have different hairstyles, like my shark didn't really do it, which I might start wearing that again. But my LS2 is finicky. I love that helmet, but it has like, it's temperamental. It really is. And for some reason, the last time I had my Simpson is when I was on Millie in South Dakota, and y'all know that fiasco. My whole sciatica did a whatever, and it just went, and it was just like really like messed up. Hey, say what's up, King? What's up, King? How you doing? Yo, listen. I know you probably got out this weekend. When I tell you my last 2 trips were like crazy, they were crazy. And the last one was actually, it started off a little bit, and y'all know the bike died. I had to get a charge. I had to go get jumper cables, all that other stuff. But the day was beautiful. When I say it was beautiful, it was beautiful. It was like 78 degrees. Remember I was talking to y'all, car, everything. Got the bike jump, start going or whatever. Why, by the end of the trip, coming back, did 78 degrees turn to 46 and rain? Like, torrential downpour rain. I was like, damn, where'd them 32 degrees go? It was crazy. It was like a whole nother like day or season. It was nothing like what had happened earlier in the day, and I was just like, this is really messing me up. But then I always perseverate on not leaving when I really wanted to leave, because I wanted to do that ride on Friday, and I didn't. Other plans were made, so I didn't go out. And Friday was supposed to rain, but the whole day was beautiful, so it didn't do anything. So it was all good then. Then I'm like, Saturday, I see the little forecast or whatever, and it's supposed to be the same, but rain overnight. So Friday night around, I don't know, 11:30, 12 o'clock, sky, it was all this stuff. I'm like, here we go again. The same thing happened Wednesday when I rode to, when I did the triple nickel in Ohio, and then I went Virginia to Tennessee to do the snake or whatever, and that was a miserable ride, like miserable. When I tell you it rained off 17.25 hours, I was pissed. I'm always in rain, but that was different. Like, I think my temperament is changing, because I don't want to be the storm chaser anymore. I don't want to be the rainmaker. I don't want none of that. None of them titles anymore. I just want nice, smooth riding. But anyway, this day turned out that way. Like it started that way. I'm like, oh, it'll be cool. And I knew I was going on the Blue Ridge Parkway, like the beginning part of it, by like Shenandoah National Park. And had I left when I was supposed to, it would have been all daylight, which would have been fine. And of course that didn't happen. So it turned into nighttime and everything else. And of course my favorite people were out, my favorite animals, Bambi and all. Oh, I saw some type of possum or skunk or critter too. Like, it was like low to the ground. I was like, what the hell is that? Like, that was crazy. Bloop, what's up, Justice? Hi, sister. How's it going? It was really crazy. And then like some of the logs looked like lizards. It was like craziness. Sister, hi, Spider. I wasn't all the way down in your area, so that's why I did not reach out for that part, because I wasn't in North Carolina. I was like the very, very top. But anywho, let me just tell y'all. So I'm on there and everything's good. It's a nice day. It's sunny. It's bright. Let me see. I don't know if I can show you. I tried to download it, but when I tell you, so this is my Harley app. And I was trying to figure out. So the Blue Ridge wound up being, it closed. Like it, so this, oh, it's not letting me move it. So this here is the Blue Ridge. You see like all the curves and stuff. And I tell you, it's a beautiful ride, oh my God, it's like so nice. And even though I was in the dark, you can see like all of the joy that you get spinning, 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 doing all of that stuff. So then it, like right here, it closed. Like it had a barrier, so I couldn't go. So I had to turn around, detour, and come back out. This right here, this is 501 North from Major to Glasgow. Let me see if I can blow it up. When I tell you, right in here, woo! When I tell you, right up in there. Let me see if I can. I don't know. Again, I don't know who engineered that road. I don't know who engineered the our turnpike, Pennsylvania Turnpike. It must have been a motorcycle ride, because when I tell you, it was like shoo, 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 shoo. It was amazing. It was so crazy. It was like the best. And I'm like, dang, where'd that come from? Let me see. Okay, so that's when I got to the Parkway, and it was just closed. I'm like, damn. So I got to turn around. Like, so you have to like record that was there. But coming up out of there and going on that Glasgow thing, man, I tell you. Let me see, that's the picture. Y'all gotta do it. Y'all gotta do it. Let me see. Like, can y'all see that? That means that big. It was, and it was, when I tell you cars were coming like crazy fast, the cars were doing, man, it was like boom, boom, boom. So I'm trying to upload this and save it, but Facebook's like not letting me do it. Like, it's crazy. But see, like, it's like left, right. As soon as you come from the left, bam, back to the right. But look, I'm still turning. Like, that's almost like a U-turn. It was crazy. It was absolutely, look at that. More arrows, curves. I gotta download it. I gotta get it on. Look at that. And the cars were just coming to you. Hey, mommy. It was like the most exciting thing like ever. And I stumbled on it by accident. Like, it was like an accident. Like, if I wouldn't have got rerouted, I would have never been like on that road. And I'm telling you, that thing was it I don't even know. Then y'all know Bambi came out. Like, it was there like, and so okay, let me take y'all back to the park first of all. I don't know why this car was in the park too, but they were. And have you ever been somewhere, and obviously you're supposed to be there, but you're like, I'm here at a weird and odd time, so why is somebody else here? So when I tell you, my whole mind was like, Freaky Jason's behind me and they're going to get me. So I just started praying like, Lord, don't let this be the end. Like, please, because there was like nobody on here like the whole time. Like, look how, like, that's the park. Oh, where you go? Come on, park. Don't do that. I'm at Jamaican horn. I'm not Insta 360. What's going on? I was trying to pull that up too. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, there was a car behind me. So I'm riding. Oh, here. So I'm riding and I'm like, who's behind me? And I'm like looking to make sure. So I'm in the mirror and I'm like, that's headlights. That's headlights. And I'm like, hi, Naughty. Hi, sister. And I'm like, oh my God, like, why are there headlights? So now I'm trying to like look behind me and look in front of me because deer were everywhere. Like, they really were everywhere. You saw the video like I just posted where a little scurried across. Well, first it was sitting there because I have deer whistles. I have deer horns, deer whistles, deer horns on the front of the bike. So when you're moving, it makes a noise that only they can hear, and it, you know, sends them the opposite way than you're coming. So if they're on the right, they'll keep going right. If they're on the left, they'll keep going left. But when I saw it, I'm like, let me just slow down, let me stop, let it make a decision. So when I stopped, the whistle wasn't whistling anymore. So the deer's like trying to make a decision. You see that it was dancing on this side at first, and then it was just like, oh, I'll just go across the street. So he trampled across the street, went up there. I'm like, is there any more? No more were over there, no more came out. So I see the car and I'm just like, what is the car doing? Like when I first got on, there was like a ravine, like you can see like the city. So there were a whole bunch of cars, like teenagers and stuff. They were like gathered there. So maybe they go there all the time or something, and they sit and they watch the stars. Like when I tell you the sky was so crystal clear and you can just see the stars, like everything was just, again, beautiful. But nobody else came. Like they all stayed there. So when I saw these lights, I'm like, what are the lights doing? Like, who's back there? So they're still there. And like there's distance between us. So then I'm trying to go a little bit faster, but not too fast because, again, I have to watch out for deer, make sure that they don't come out. So then the lights kind of like turn off. And I'm like, well, where did they go? And then I went another way. And then when I got down and turned around, and it was just sitting there. So it turns out family, and they were using like the porta potty, or they had gone down to where that barrier was that I just showed you, so they couldn't go any further anyway. So they turned around and they were there. So then I'm like, oh, maybe that's another one of God's blessings. Like now there's a truck that I can follow out. When I tell you they started hauling ass out this park, and they were going like so fast, I was like, man, I guess that's not my rabbit. So I'm like doing my thing, and I'm still like trying to take pictures and stuff when I see the signs. And then my GPS, like there was no reception in there, so it had the directions going in because the GPS was set, but then once I had to turn around, it kept saying rerouting. It wasn't telling me anything. So then my senses had to kick in, like, all right, I don't know where I am. The GPS isn't working. Like I have to find like my sense of direction and which way to go. And that's how I ended up on that 501 North Elon Road, ELON Road, starting in Major, Virginia, up to Glasgow, Virginia. That mofo was bad. When I tell you it's bad, out of this world bad, y'all gotta ride it. You have to, like, that's, I don't even know. And it was a detour road. Like, there were all these, like, detour signs, and there were, like, big trucks on it, too, like, trucks, and, like, they're just swinging, and it's going, like, that was, like, the absolute best road. And the ride was still good at that point in time, and I'm going, so the ride took me from PA to Maryland to West Virginia, back into Maryland, and then into Virginia. So coming back up, when I tell you the temperature, and you know you can feel it. So I had the climbing stuff on, but I didn't have like all the layers on because it was really warm. And I have the knuckle gloves, so that's why like you can see the tan, and then all my knuckles are darker too, like, so that's there. I was like, it seemed like frost came over it. And I'm like, damn, and I feel it all here. So I'm like checking the thing. It was literally, I had it on the dash, and it was like 72, 70, 68, 66, 65. I'm watching the temperature drop, and I'm feeling it. And I'm like, oh shoot, like I'm gonna have to pull over and put my other, hi Manny, hi nephew. I'm gonna have to put my bubble coat on underneath it, but I did not want to stop, and I didn't want to pull over, and I'm just like, damn, like what is happening? But then it was like a warm spell, and then it was better. Then it went back down, and then when I got back to Pennsylvania, Mother Nature with her funky behind opened up the skies again. When I tell you, it was a torrential downpour. I was like, damn, this was not in the forecast. Where did this come from? And I was like checking it each and every time. And normally, I don't even bother with it, because if you're out there and you're riding and it starts raining, what you going to do? Stop riding? You're just going to, you know what I mean? Like, you still have to get to where you're going. So I don't even bother with it. But when that came, I'm like scrambling to put the phones away, put them in my tank bag so that they're not wet. That's what's wrong with my phones now. My phones like don't work half the time because they're soggy. They're just water written, and it's just a mess, and it just drives me crazy. But yeah, so I am in the cusp of my planning, and I'm so glad that I took the time to actually map it out, because there are like I got all the way up to the Upper Peninsula to Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, and didn't get a picture of that Mighty Mac that I need for one of the other rides, I would have been severely upset. Also in Duluth, Minnesota, that split house that light, split house lighthouse is what it's called. It's part of the Harley Roads as well as part of the Cabot Trail. So I would have missed out on that too. So I'm just like, what's up, Sandra? How you doing? I'm like, why is it not outlined like this? So I kind of like broke it up so that everything was there, and I color coded the things that were the same. So I'm really excited. I feel a little more grounded because things are in order, and I'm never a planner this way. So I'm glad that I took care of it. What's up, Most Wanted? You want to talk about Mississippi? So Most Wanted, remember I talked about her trip a little bit the last time. She went on the Emmett Till motorcycle journey. So you have to go to, I believe there's 7 spots, like his burial place, the place where he was killed, his birthplace, the store where the incident allegedly happened, like all these different things. And then like you earn like this patch or whatever. But again, going to all these places and seeing these things like in like the heart of Mississippi and stuff like that, and still being here now and having to actually live it and ride it and went through, I can't even imagine the air and the atmosphere that comes with doing that ride. You know what I mean? Hi, sister. What's up with you?
Oh, nothing.
Welcome back. Welcome off the road. I
Thank you,
can't even
thank you.
imagine. I can't even imagine how that
Yeah.
was. So introduce yourself and you gotta tell us about it.
Hi, I'm Most Wanted. I'm out of the St. Louis area. I live in Illinois, but about 30 minutes from St. Louis. So I
The
started my
news.
Emmett Till Ride for Justice, and I'm here in the state for half of it, which is Chicago. For the other part, it's only 2 places there we have to go, but I started in Mississippi. I thought that starting in Mississippi, where it everything took place, um, would get me emotionally. I mean, if you hear the story or you know the story, you're already emotionally tied. But going into the area, that part of the Delta area, it's just a thickness, you know,
It would have
just
torn me out. I wouldn't have been able to start there. I would have had to like end there because once you get there, like, how are you able to keep moving? Or I guess you're moving on behalf of him because he can't anymore. So maybe that's what gives
yeah.
you the strength and the power to keep going. Like, I got to do this for him, for awareness, to bring justice to him and his loss of life. But I would have, I don't, my nerves, go on.
Yeah, going into the area, like I said, you the trees, I automatically start thinking strange fruit. I start going to the Billie Holiday song and thinking about, the lynchings and things like that. Seeing how the areas, um, money, um, Glendora, Drew, those areas are so without a lot of things, um, without people, without um, a lot of growth. It's just all down, it just pulls you in emotionally. So I wanted to start at in order. And it's good to go in order of how it took place. So starting at the Bryant grocery store, most of it's not there, but there's walls. There's like 2 walls left. There's a marker there, and it tells different things. Um, I automatically start getting angry. It's like I said in one of the videos. This is where the lies started. You know, and it just tied me in. So going from there, went to the barn. You can, I seen where Cameo, the one that has the patch that put all of this together, Mark Cameo Clark, that put all this together, him and Black and Wood, they all went there first. They went up to the barn. I was good looking at it from across the pond. I would have been kicking it and I would have got arrested or something. Um, I was
Right.
already emotional standing on the road, just looking at it and knowing that people can just sit there and live next door to it after all these years. Um, I took my pictures and my video and I just got away. I had to leave. Um, you can't help but to keep getting emotional every time you think about what's going on. I went to the area where they tied a 70-pound fan to his neck with barbed wire. And the fan came from this gin that was in this building. I went to that building in that area, and there's a Emmett Till museum in that area now, but there's markers that says this is where they got the fan from, and that's where they tied it around his neck. Not far from there is the Black Bayou Bridge. I'd say maybe a mile and a half from that place. And they threw him over into the Tallahatchie River. The Tallahatchie River is just, I didn't realize how many avenues and how far it travels and
Mhm.
stuff until
You
I
got this.
went down there. Because
Hmm.
on my way into Mississippi, I crossed the Tallahatchie off of 55, and I'm going way down 55, getting on 82 and some other eight, going to Grenada.
Hmm.
Um, Going to Greenwood, you go down 82. Well, that's what the way I would have went. But anyway, um, getting on that bridge, it's overcome with all these weeds and all that stuff. It's you can see the cracks. You can't drive on it anymore. Definitely not. So I had to park my bike down a little ways and walk up.
Walk up.
Yeah, and people were just looking. They kind of wave at you and that kind of thing. Um,
Reef.
yeah, it's just very.
Emo-
As you go through each part, you get more and more emotionally tied. You know,
hmm
get angry. you know, and how can they get away with it? How can they
Right,
not have?
right, right. Because I mean,
Uh,
believe me, after losing a son, I understand vigilante justice. I really do
mhm.
because grief takes you through all of those emotions, and you really do want to be the one to serve justice to people who
Yes.
have taken something from you. But even like you said from the beginning, where the lies started, everything was so inconsistent. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So I get if something really would have happened, why they felt it necessary to take control of the offender. But when it didn't add up, and when he had like, no, I wasn't here, I wasn't there, like that didn't happen, and he's pleading for his life, and they don't care, and they're still just doing all these torturous things to him. That's a different type of hatred and
Yes.
monster. Like that's different than trying to get justice for someone who took something from you. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
that it's not the same, you
He's
know?
14.
And that too.
14. So and hi Reef. How you doing? um it was just a lot. And so going from there and then going to the area where they found his body, you have to ride down a 3-mile rock road to Gravel Landing. And uh, it's just, I can't believe he traveled so far with that thing on his neck. But it was meant
For him to be found.
to be found. They thought tying that thing around his neck, he was never going to be found. And, there was already civil rights and things going on, but that pulled it forward. That avenue, that um, situation just made everything come even stronger for us to fight.
Mm.
you know.
Yeah.
And so that it took me a couple days to get my thoughts together behind it. And, what really got to me while I was down there as well is there were people I had asked, because I thought maybe I'm not in the right place for that barn. And they didn't, I stopped and asked someone and they didn't know where to tell me to go. So it's like, you live right here and
And
you don't know. Yeah. They couldn't tell me where to go, what to do, you
wow,
know.
wow.
Yeah. Um, the statue in Greenwood is really nice. Um, you know how we always take pictures and we make sure that we are in the picture with the. I was not in the picture with that statue. It wasn't like I needed to be showing that I'm with, Emmett Till.
Yeah.
That needed to be
As
shown by itself,
yeah,
you
solidarity.
know. Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Um,
Man,
but I think while people are there though, they just to add to it, they need to go to the courthouse
mm,
where they got off.
uh,
You know, that's not a part of it, but I think they should go.
mm-hmm.
Um, and that's just me thinking after the fact.
Yeah, justice doesn't.
And
Yeah.
yeah, now I'm going to go to Chicago, and there's only two places I have to go to in Chicago, and that's his home and his burial site.
Mm-hmm.
But while I'm at his burial site, I'll definitely go see his mother.
Mm,
Um, and um, why Cameo told me that he had his words for Emmett, at his gravesite. I'll have those words as well, but I'll have of course my own words
mm.
to a 14-year-old child, and
Yeah.
hoping that I'm trying not to be emotional, hoping that the things that I do for children, the support that I give children,
As an
uh,
educator, yeah.
yes,
As
as an educator,
a
as a mother, as just a community person,
correct.
that I'm sorry I wasn't there for him. I'm
Yeah.
sorry that it wasn't my time to be there, you know, um, and that people to stand up for him and to fight because of the situation. Um, so I will also go to the church where his funeral service were held, because that's there
Mm-hmm.
as well. But that's why I fight. There's so much going on with children,
Mm-hmm.
um, and if we don't, you know, fight for them, stand up for them, it's still going to happen. Yes, I hear all the time that we're our own enemies and our children are, we had a track meet here in St. Louis last week, and a 13-year-old was shooting at the track meet and a 14-year-old was killed and one's in critical condition. But we have to find people that are going to stand up for these children.
Correct, because they're
You know,
broke. They're
they're
broke.
broke.
And they don't have resources or a sense of belonging
Hmm.
because children are having children, and it's not
Hmm.
to be like it takes a village to raise a child for real.
Definitely. And it always will.
And it's everyone's so afraid to interfere because if you show that you care, or if you're trying to help, or if you're like, no baby, don't do that, but here come the mom, don't be talking to the matchup, like. And sometimes it's just like, wow, like I really care, and I was trying to help, and teach, like things are a teachable moment, but people don't appreciate that anymore. It's not
That's right.
being, and I don't know that it ever will be, but you can't at the same time give up on that either.
That's right.
You have to keep going because of situations like that, because you may actually reach one and turn their life around, and they not end up on the other side of a gun or jail or in the ground or whatever the case may be. So that's sad that you had a whole track meet and someone 13 was shooting, and someone
Hmm.
deceased now, mother is without their child, and someone else is in critical condition. Two moms
Yes.
without their children because the 13-year-old is going to jail.
Right. Right.
They charge him as an adult, like depending on the circumstances. You're just like 13. Like you're not even fully in a puberty yet. Like you're adolescent.
Right.
Adolescent. Like that's not like a 15, 16, 17 year old, like 13. That's
Hmm.
to me. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like, what made you so angry that
Right.
you woke up and wanted to do today? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So tomorrow, in my district, we have a track meet. I'm the administrator from my building that has to go. And now we have different situations, and
Purity comes. Just like, why I got to be patted down? Because measures like this, like it's safety first. Like these
right.
kids can't even participate in sports and be safe anymore. Like that could have been
Hmm.
their career. That could have been their ticket. That could have been, their financial freedom for school because they had a track scholarship. But now
Hmm.
here anymore. Like, you know what I mean? And
Right.
what if someone gives up running track because they're afraid of the competitions and every little
Right.
that's not a good thing. But I'm so glad
Yeah.
that you took I only learned about it from your page, and I think Cameo went
Hmm.
live the day that you were riding, and then I read deeper into it and I was like, wow, this is really, really interesting. Like again, there are some things that I don't know that emotionally I would be able to do, especially given my own situation, circumstance, and stuff
Yeah.
like that. A lot.
Well, you
Like,
definitely. I know you and I. We do a lot of riding, especially you by yourself and stuff like that. But that's something that I feel like I wasn't alone.
no.
And you shouldn't go alone. Be it if you're emotional, you'll have that support.
Hmm.
Uh, I don't know what I would have done if I was doing that and I was by myself. You know,
Yeah.
I don't think I could have handled it, um, because even the guy that was with me, uh, he's from the area and was emotionally, you know, like dang, we said some
Heartbreak.
prayers and stuff like that. But I don't know, it's other things that we need to bring to light. I mean, we love seeing different, the Mount Rushmores and all of
Hmm.
these other things, but we definitely need to bring a light
To
to
our
more of
history.
our history. I mean, I couldn't believe there's people on the motorcycle set that didn't know the Emmett Till story. I've gotten a couple of inboxes, and
Really?
yes, and I was outdone. You know, there's a couple of teachers, white teachers that I'm cool with at work. They didn't know the story, and so we kind of talked, and I can kind of see that on that end. But
Hmm.
for my black brothers and
I,
sisters, and on the set, or people that just know me off the internet and did not know. It's like, what's going on with our history? This is the kind of stuff that
it's
they
history.
want our history to disappear, and we can't allow it. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
so I'm
So
going to.
that's
I'm trying to find some things to concentrate
that's
on.
been covered in American history anymore. Like they don't,
Hmm.
they touch on civil rights anymore. They don't, and I get it. The political, climate right now is really crazy, but at the
Hmm.
same time, still are very important parts of history that should not, like you said, be buried. That still need to be taught. That still need to, because without knowing that history, you can't have a positive or reflective future. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because especially in places like that,
Yeah.
there's still opportunities for stuff like that to happen. You know what I mean? And that's crazy in 2026. But it's
Right.
not far fetched at all. So that in and of itself is definitely a reason to educate yourself and to get outside of your comfort zone. Get out, like
Mm-hmm.
we ride a lot, and we ride to places like you said, like Mount Rushmore's and the St. Louis Arch, and
Mm-hmm.
different nice monuments like that. But like, where is the history and the things like just like it's so crazy because going through Mississippi, I always have like a not an eerie feeling, but there's a feeling that I can't put my hand my I can't pinpoint what it is. But the whole lynching museum.
Mm-hmm.
Every time like there and I go past, I keep saying, I'm gonna stop, I'm gonna stop, I'm gonna visit, but I can't bring myself to do it because
Mm-hmm.
it's like, how is there a whole place where that took place? Like you designated a place for it, like you
Mm-hmm.
created a place just for that. Like the trees in the forest wasn't enough. Like you made a
Right.
whole complex for it. And I'm just like, I don't know, but I want to experience it, but I don't know that again emotionally I'm stable enough like for that. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
and I see and it's like right there. It's like off. Like you're just like, wow. And it's just I don't know, it gives me I don't know, just the whole ride there. I try to say concealed. Like I keep my helmet closed, like I try
Mm-hmm.
to full gloves on because I don't even want you to see, that I'm African American for real.
Right.
Like I just get through it and out of it safely, especially because 99% of the time I am traveling alone.
Mm-hmm.
99% it is nighttime. Like 99% of the time if something happened, it's going to take a minute for somebody to recognize that, realize it, find me, or whatever the case may be. And I don't like being in those situations, but sometimes it's inevitable. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
try to be as safe as possible given those circumstances. So I
Yeah.
don't know. But
And it's not to take anything away from those, like the lynching museum that you were talking about. At one point, I did want to go. My sister and brother-in-law, they went. They showed me pictures and stuff like that. And that's some serious, and that's some heart-wrenching, kind of museum. But
Mhm.
what about the going to Joplin and going to see the George Washington Carver statue and uh, finding things where not that we made an impact. I mean, all those things made an impact on us as people. Don't get me wrong.
Mhm.
But that thickness that I was feeling, you know, uh, going going to that lynching museum, it's like, yes, that brought something to us as people. But we also need to showcase those people that where are the accolades for the people that made the stoplight and made the ironing board and all those people, because we did have a first black woman to receive a doctorate degree or became an attorney or became just a physical physician rather. So we need to showcase and bring more of that into our writing, or to to show the
Yeah.
children, because if
Mhm.
we don't do it,
Then it's lost. It's lost.
it's lost. It's gonna be lost.
It's
You
going to be.
know, I
And
mean,
see,
we talk about the people that put some of these. I'm not gonna say even the Gateway Arch. I mean, there's history about that. But what
mhm,
about those minorities that were on that?
the
You
build.
know,
Yeah.
yeah, on the bill. So
Mhm.
we just have to remember that we as people, we can't let them shut our history down.
Down. Hmm. And
You
she was
know.
just in here, North Carolina was previously known as Negro Mountains. So I guess that's where a lot of
Mm-hmm.
things and stuff took place to the point that
Mm-hmm.
like that's insane, you know? And if that wasn't there, then that would be something that was lost. And I want to say that
Right.
she was riding and she saw, you saw a marker, right, Spider? Like there's still something there that identifies it as that. I
I
said
think
that I
there
wanted
is
to
a
go,
marker.
yeah. And it's just like that. Again, if that's not something that you knew or you researched going there, then it would be lost, and you're just going through life just absent of the things that are supposed to be significant to make us who we are, and as strong and as powerful and as resilient. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
different stuff. I try to put a lot of feeling and thought into a lot of the rides and things I do, which is why I always ride for charity. Like, like
Hmm.
people can't do, like just raising money or awareness, because I'm going to do the ride anyway. I'm
Right.
going
Right.
as well, contribute it to something. I might as well do it for a reason. That's why I'm pounding for a purpose. You know what I mean?
Yes, I love that. Hmm.
I'm grateful for the opportunity and the ability to be able to do some of the things that people can. So I want to make sure I'm giving back. I'm paying it forward in one way or another. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, that's why that ride that you did, and then I know it might have been somebody to do it right after you, but I made sure I went and did it. Me and Storm, we did that Bessie Stringfield civil rights ride.
and
Yeah,
so the Red Tails has a nice Black History ride too.
I was going
They
to mention them too. Uh huh.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
nonstop. Well, like yeah, yeah.
Right.
Like K Solo made the Martin Luther King ride. So his journeys, you have to pick stops along the railroad too, like civil rights places. Like you have
Mm-hmm.
that, 5 of them and 150 miles apart, and there's a whole map of it. So, and you do that, during January. So
Right.
there are a lot of people who have put things together to recognize our history and like to have trinkets and memorials from them. So yeah, if it's out there, then I'm definitely ratting it. I'm getting,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm gonna try to put something together more so in the Midwest because we gotta. It seems like everything is kind of
East,
East Coast,
East.
but we're all over this country.
Mhm. And it's
We are some beautiful people, I swear.
Gregory said that he wants to do the MLK rap, but he's in Arizona. So a
Hmm.
lot of that way, it's harder for him to find the things to qualify for him to do that ride. And because it's in January, he can't ride all the way to the East Coast just to ride the ride and then ride back past. He's 2,000 miles away,
Right.
so that's a lot to do. So I was like, let me know when you want to do it. I'll help you plan it. I'll find some things like that correlate to it, because again, it's making the history fit for
That's
what
right.
I mean. And it didn't, like you said, it didn't just happen on the East Coast. It's happening Midwest. It's happening West, South. Like, so
Hmm.
the opportunities for the people who are from Central over to the West Coast to be able to earn that certificate too, because it is a very nice certificate and it stands for something. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Again, not just riding to party or do whatever, do whatever. Like he can
Hmm.
get it. So yeah, I'm
Yeah.
excited that again. Even like, so I've been trying to like put my flyer together, and I know everybody's like asking for money, asking for money, asking for money. You get tired of that, but there are really organizations that need it, that need the help, that need the support. So I'm be putting that flyer out there too. Pound for a
Go
purpose.
and put it out there. That's right.
For social worker awareness, Children's Sickle Cell Foundation, and autism. So
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I
Uh,
have I have three nieces. Well, my sister had sickle cell anemia, and I grew up with her dealing with her pain and her crisis all my life. She's passed on now, but my nephew and his wife, they did not know that both of them had um, a trait, and so one out of every three children, if two people have the trait, they say will get the disease, the full disease. However, They have three children, and all three of them have the disease. And they live in Las Vegas. And so they are really going through some things out there.
Mhm.
So try to support and do
Yeah,
things through sickle cell as much as I possibly can.
because most
That's
of the children don't make it past their teenage years. Like
hmm
they don't have passed it, and that's really sad too. To know that you have, an incurable disease that may take you out. Now, some people can live with it, pass it, but like my club sister and rest, she passed away too. Rest her soul. Her son passed at 20 from it. So we started really getting in it and supporting it then, like, and just bringing, like I said, awareness
yeah,
and things to it, because when it hits, like, and you're dealing with it, it's bad. It's just,
it is. It
and for them
is.
still with three children with it, like I can't
Three
even.
children. Their
Oh,
first three, and they're not gonna have any, and they're all girls, and they're not
oh,
having any more children.
don't be afraid. Yeah.
You
But
know.
like, am I doing this to the child? Like, your mind processes all
hmm
like that, and you don't want to think that way, because God has a plan for us all. But it's just like, what do you do? And yeah, like, yeah, it's a
Yeah.
lot. So my prayers will definitely go out to them as I'm riding and raising money for it. And
hmm
like, I want to, again, be able to help as much as I can with what
Definitely.
I do, like, so
Mm,
even word out is something, you know, $1 here, $2 there, like, whatever. It's worth it, and they can use it. So
Definitely.
yeah.
Yeah, I have the trait too, Sharif.
Oh,
hmm
see,
Yeah. My
that
son,
that's
he
yeah,
has the trait as well. I'm walking
but it
around.
wasn't. That's good.
Yeah.
So I guess, depending on his mate in the future, that can be, that's scary. Like,
hmm
yeah. So you want to learn as much about it as you can now.
Yeah.
So I will
Right.
be ready for it. So y'all can send in a donation
Yes.
for
I will
him.
definitely put in my donation.
I always say thank you so much for spending time on
Of
Motorcycle
course.
Motor with Piper. Y'all
Anytime,
just really,
Piper.
what's the page? It's Emmett Till, Justice
For
for
life.
Emmett Till,
Just
or
Emmett Till, justice for Emmett Till ride.
okay. So is and there, can you tag the page, like put it in the comments so they can,
Yes.
so if you want to participate, or you want to ride that ride, you register first. You
hmm
can ride, and then there are there's swag at the end that you get, like t-shirts,
The
the
badge.
and a certificate and some other stuff. So
hmm
again, just raising awareness for things that have happened in our history, hoping that it doesn't repeat in our future, and
Right.
just honoring someone who lost their life, um, and help change things moving forward. Again, definitely an emotional thing. Be prepared,
hmm
do a little research, history, and read about it, learn about it, to try to get a safe place for your mind once you're there, that you may have to escape to in that moment. A lot of
Right.
people don't realize that motorcycle riding is more than just a physical thing. You don't just sit on the bike and ride. Like, there are different moments during your journey where you may become overwhelmed, where you may become emotional,
hmm
where it may overcome you and you don't even know why that's happening. You have to be able to get back to a safe place where you can operate the machine safely,
hmm
and you
hmm
still get to your destination, or be cognizant enough to pull off if you have to, and get yourself
Right.
there and sit. Because a lot of times for me, I'm riding and I'm so lost in my thoughts, I don't even know how I got from A to B. You know what I mean?
hmm
like
Yeah.
like literally, like, it start in Pittsburgh, and before I know it, I'm in Tennessee, and I'm like, damn, how many times did I stop for gas? Have I run?
right.
Like, did I eat something? And it's just like,
hmm
I was so into the moment, the journey, the process, that stuff is just passed me by. Like I don't even know what's happening, and sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes not so much because like what literally just happened in these last
Right.
6 hours, these last 7 hours. It's just like dang. But I think that's why I enjoy riding so much too because you do get lost in your thoughts. You
You
know,
do.
no pain. It's just everlasting. It's not an emptiness. It's just something like an abyss, and you're
Hmm.
just there, and
Hmm.
it's just it overtakes you, and you're just then before you know it, you're at your destination, and it's like, oh yay, you know what I mean?
And sometimes you're thinking about some. For me, it's like I might get caught up in where I'm going and what I'm going to do when I get there.
It's,
You know,
who you
I
going to
did that
see?
really
Yeah,
bad when I went to the Pettis Bridge. I was like, I'm going to be there, and I start thinking about Bloody Sunday, and next thing I know, I'm like right there on it.
you're
You
pulling up.
know, I'm pulling up, and it was like, man, how did I get here like that?
And so people always, or not people always, like, but people talk about or they say things about like how I ride or when I ride, but depending on when you get places, like when I
Hmm.
went to the Edmund Pettus Bridge, when I tell you it was prime time, like nobody was out, I got to park my bike under like the bridge, the sign, take like pictures, like nobody was coming, there was like no traffic. The lighting was still really good, like you know what I
Hmm.
mean? So
Hmm.
sometimes you have to plan for your arrival to be at a time where most people wouldn't be or feel as comfortable riding, but it's a great opportunity for you because you get to actually get nice scenic points where other times like if it's too busy or it's trafficy you can't even like stop, like you know how the intersection is like right
Right.
there, or honking their horns like and you're like
Right.
I just rode 895 miles, you better relax so I can get
Yeah.
my picture, please. Like you know, but yeah, I don't know. Like I like it. It's beneficial for me, but yeah, it's a good thing. But I thank you so much. I thank
No
all of you guys
problem.
for
I'll get the
tuning
other
in.
part and I'll share.
Yes, I can't wait. So when are you finishing up? When are you?
I'm hoping next weekend
Okay.
because it's just 4 hours away from me.
Yeah. So
You can go run up
you'll
there
do
and do that and come on back home.
get some deep dish pizza, get some cashews, get some
Oh,
popcorn.
well, I'm used to Garrett's.
Yeah. Oh, because you're right there.
I'm,
Yeah.
I'm right here, all my life.
So, but it's still some good popcorn.
It
Yeah.
is. It is.
So when I come through, because I have to do the arch and all that stuff, I'm be like, "What you
Mm.
doing, girl? You want to ride a couple miles with me?"
Where you at? Here
Yeah.
I come.
Yes,
We
absolutely.
have to definitely look. The last time I did that, where's
I know
Sharice
you
at?
met Reef and you got a damn your
Ran
rim.
over that
Yeah,
doggone man.
we're gonna focus. We're gonna pay attention. We ain't gonna speak that into existence. We're not gonna
No.
please and thank you. No.
Oh my goodness. But you know what? It wasn't time because I held that bike. I did not go down. I
Yeah,
most
that,
they was like, and you didn't fall? No.
that's
I
knowing
held on.
right. That's knowing your machine, knowing how to control it, handle it, being used to the weight when it changes. Yeah.
I mean, it was black in front of me because the tread just came up and hit me, but I held on and I got over to the side and there it was.
That that's like, and planning for the rest of my trip. I'm like, do I need the tire and wheel package added on? Because I don't want. I just got two nails in my three actually, two coming down, and then the one when I was going to Columbus. So yeah, I'm just like, no, I think I need it because I don't want to be on the road and have to turn around and get another.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, but I hear your line. Grab it, grab it. I love you so much. Thank you very, very much. I
No
thank you guys
problem.
for tuning in
No
tonight. And I'll
problem.
Monday.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. This is.
Thank you so much, guys. I will talk to you later.